Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. So today we get to take a look at the 2024 Chevrolet Colorado Trail Bus. Huge shout out to Randy Marion Chevrolet for providing this midsize work truck for me today. Definitely take a look at their website. That link is down in the description. So this Trail Bus is finished off in sterling silver metallic. MSRP is just over $41,000. Now this Trail Bus is powered by the 2.7 liter TurboMax 4-cylinder. It's paired to the 8-speed automatic, pumping out 310 horsepower, 430 pound-feet of torque. That power is primarily sent to the rear wheels. However, this has the 4-wheel drive system. It weighs in right around 4,600 pounds. 0 to 60 is going to be right around 7 seconds. It has a top speed of 135 miles an hour. It also has a fuel capacity of 21.4 gallons. You'll expect to see around 18 miles per gallon in the city, 23 out on the highway. This also has a wheelbase of 131.3 inches. Its overall length is 213.2. It has a width of 84.4, a height of 79.8, and its ground clearance measures in at 9.1 inches. As we move on to the exterior styling now for this Trail Bus, you'll notice that there's the Trail Bus logo over on the driver's side, as well as some plastic for the entire grille. There's chrome that surrounds the Chevy badge right in the middle, and then some cutouts in that lower section. There's a small cutout on the top and the bottom of that trim accent running between the headlight housings, where this has a pretty thin setup for the headlight housings themselves, with the turn signals tucked away in the corner there. There's some more plastic right in the middle for those trim accents, another cutout in the middle along with some brushed accents for that bumper guard there. There's also 2 tow hooks down below and then a lower air dam to help better improve with aerodynamics. Now the hood also has some really nice lines in it, giving it more of that sporty truck vibe. For the Trail Bus, this is more of a basic truck. However, the Trail Bus provides it with the 2-inch lift, as well as these 18-inch wheels and the little bit more aggressive all-terrain tire. So if you're looking for a basic truck but you want that added height, this is a great option to go with. This even has the plastic fender arches that stick out a good bit, just to give it a great look and protect the underside of the paint there a little more with those larger tires. Now this also has the plastic for the mirror caps here, and then some nice lines that run down the side, especially in the lower section of that side skirt. And this Trail Bus has the short box, so this is the shorter bed. We have some really nice lines wrapping around the Trail Bus logo itself, as well as in the upper rail there, just to give it some nice edges. Now in back, Chevrolet is stamped running through the tailgate. There's also the backup camera. Taillights are on both sides. This has gloss black for that bumper there, and then the spare tires up underneath. When you opt for the hitch, this is also capable of towing right around 7,700 pounds. So for a mid-sized truck with a 4-cylinder, still very capable. It also has more of that high clearance exhaust on the passenger side, and then there's also a bed step that you can use along with the handle up top, so that way you can easily enter and exit. Even with the tailgate closed, you can do that. And then of course we can open up this tailgate, where we have the spray and bed liner for just the tailgate section. So we have a little bit more durability when you're loading items in first. There's also a tape measure on the back section there. And then with the bed itself, you have several tie-down hooks, so that way you can place in some items and get them strapped in as needed. But again, more of a basic truck. You can just throw items in the bed and you're ready to go. Now as we work our way to the interior, door panel has a nice subtle design to it. There's a little bit of storage down below. Then we have the grab handle there, release handle just above that. And then we do have the leather seats for this truck. Now, being a smaller size truck, you still have interior storage underneath the seat. You do have to use 2 hands to pull this lever, then you can pull the bottom of the seat up, and you have a little bit of storage where you can place in some items as needed. It doesn't look like there's any storage behind the backrest, so it's nice that you have that hidden storage underneath. And then at 5'10", hopping into the back, I have a good bit of space. There's cup holders in the middle, small storage slot where you can put your phone or something thin like that. And we do get air vents, something that you don't see too often in mid-sized trucks, so that's a big bonus for this particular one. And at my height, I have about 2 inches or so of headroom. So honestly, it's not bad. These seats recline slightly, giving you a nice, comfortable feel. Now this truck has a solid window in the back, so there's no small window to open. Would be nice to see that, but I think that's on some other models, of course. So overall, for its size, not bad. And then up front, we have the same design. However, there's a little bit of extra storage in the door panel there, then all of the window and the side mirror adjustments. Now this truck is also equipped with the manual front seats. So we do have the bar as well as the other adjustments that you can use as needed. And even with this 2-inch lift, with no side steps there, it's actually pretty easy to get inside. But let's start this up. So over on this right side, there's music, you have Bluetooth, you also have a pages button and some arrows that you can go through the digital gauge cluster. Then on this left side, it looks like we just have the distance pacing that you can turn on and off, or the forward collision there. And then this still retains volume and tuning on the back side of the steering wheel, so you still have those adjustments. But with the digital gauge cluster, this is the current layout where you'll notice the steering angle on the right side along with the transfer case. You have pitch and roll and then a few other vitals right in the middle. If I scroll down on the far right, this is actually a shortcut into the audio. And then if we push on the pages button, we can go through the different presets. So now we have miles per hour along with some vitals in the lower left. I'll push on that again where we have some trip information that you can pull up. And then we also have more of a standard view with your miles per hour, engine temperature, tach, what gear you're in, things like that. And we can even pull up the navigation. So when you want to have that on, you can pull that up in the entire screen. And then we are back to the off-road page. So they're not really configurable, but it's nice that you have those depending on how you're driving for the day. Now there's a dimmer switch on one side along with the air vent. You can open and close them by twisting the center there. And then as we work our way to the infotainment system, this is a really nice size. We have a physical button for your power and volume. And if I push on these controls here, this is basically a shortcut to get to your power windows, traction control, your headlights, as well as the downhill assist. And then we have some other shortcuts for your music. You can pull up the navigation. You can also pull up your normal music. So this was for your phone, of course. If you push on those 3 squares, we have a split style view here, and then we also have home where you have several icons that you can go through. Now this also features the air down mode. So if you're using this as a work truck, you have to go off the pavement, you need to air down, you can actually set it to the PSI. The vehicle will honk when it has reached its desired PSI. It will not air the tires back up, but it's nice that you can quickly do that and have a nice reminder. We also have the controls that I just showed earlier, My Chevrolet, you have maps, there's Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and then the off-road tab, which you just saw in the center screen there. So it looks like we have a few shortcuts that we can go through, or pulling up the camera system there that you can monitor. And then you can also pull up the few different terrain settings, just depending on what you would like to see. So pretty easy to go through, pretty simple too. We have fan speed, temperature, where you'd like the air to go. Everything's laid out very nicely. 2 air vents are underneath that. We have the engine start stop, hazards, and lane keeping assist. There's also a little bit of storage with some auxiliaries. And then if we put this into reverse, you'll see the backup camera like I just showed. However, you do have a few different angles depending on if you're towing or you just need to view it a separate way. Now you can go into drive, you can also go into L. So you can use plus and minus to shift as needed. There's the dial here that you can go into 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive, your different modes. And you can even twist on the dial for different driving modes. So we have the off-road, tow and haul, and then normal. Those are actually very different, and we've taken some Chevys off-road where you can feel a difference between off-road and terrain. So it's pretty cool that you have those. The vehicle is basically going to set it up as needed depending on those modes. So we have the e-brake behind that. There's 2 cup holders with a little bit of storage. And then the armrest has a removable cubby. So you can place some bigger items in there, some smaller items in that tray. There's also a little bit of room in the glove box there. And then we have the rear view mirror, some dome lights, your OnStar, and safety controls. And here's a look at visibility. With that large window in the back, you pretty much have no blind spots, so you can easily see over both shoulders. As we set off now behind the wheel for the Colorado Trail Boss, this is the first time getting to take a look at this trim level for the Colorado. I've been in a lot of the Colorado models, and for the Trail Boss, this is more of a basic truck that gives you the Trail Boss package. So the 2-inch lift, the wheels, the tires, like I mentioned earlier. And so far with this lift, it's driving very nice. So if you're looking for more of a basic work style truck, but you want something that is lifted, so if you're going on whatever terrain it may be. You get that added lift from a factory vehicle, which is nice. So everything can be covered under warranty if you're not looking to do any of that work extra or aftermarket. You can buy the Trail Boss and already have that factory setup. Now, as far as the 4-cylinder engine in this goes, a lot of the newer midsize trucks are going away from their V6 options and going to some of these smaller engines. I've had a lot of seat time behind the wheel of several of the competitors with similar engines and power. And honestly, I don't really have any complaints. I know a lot of truck people want that V6, or if you get a full size, obviously a V8, but this has more power. Only time will tell with all of the midsize trucks in the lineup how well the 4-cylinders will do. They still have the same towing capabilities. They still have a similar MPG. So I will be buying one of these midsize trucks. I'll be able to test the smaller 4-cylinder engines here, but I don't think it's that bad. It's definitely pretty peppy and can get up and move for the power that it has. And just with a mild acceleration on a brand new truck here, I mean, we're already up to the speed limit there, and that wasn't even anything crazy. So it's interesting to see everyone's going away from them and not having a larger engine option available. But with these engines, you know, time will tell. But I really don't have any complaints with them aside from their sound. They don't sound like a V6 or a V8, of course. But it's also pretty quiet too. So for a truck that you're driving every day, it's not bad for that. But as far as wind noise, anything like that goes, it's what you would expect. For a basic truck too, I will say that it's not bad for the interior. Think of a basic work truck. In today's market, a lot more people are using pickup trucks for work purposes. A lot more people are just buying pickup trucks because they want a truck. And if you're buying a vehicle and you're driving it every single day, you want something to be nice. So for 40 grand, you have the tech that you need in the screen here. You have some nice materials. There is a lot of plastic everywhere, but kind of for the price and the base trim level, sort of, that's kind of what you would expect to see. And as far as its maneuverability goes, just getting off the pavement there up front, it's not bad. You know, midsize truck is something that's compact. It's going to be easy to maneuver as we just get off the pavement there. And we'll pop it into the low range here setting. So let's go to second gear, give it some gas. Now, surprisingly, it's pretty responsive there, but you're mainly going to use this if you're towing or if you're off the pavement. So you can actually set it to the desired gear if you don't want it to go up into higher gears because you're towing. Basically, you have a gear limiter, so it'll go between the gears that you have it set at. So that is nice for those conditions. And this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the Trail Boss. Especially in today's market when pickup trucks are getting more expensive, it is interesting to see more of a basic truck for the $40,000 price point, but that is going to be the same with other manufacturers. Other midsize trucks that we have tested, everything has gone up in price over the last several years. So for today's market, what you're paying for, yes, is more expensive than it used to be, but when you compare it to full-size trucks that are costing $80,000, $90,000, you know, half price, you're going to get, you know, kind of half the truck here as far as its capabilities go. But personally, I am more of a mid-size truck. I don't need a full-size truck. So something like this is very nice. Suspension, again, is absorbing all these bumps well. So it's what you'd expect a factory truck to feel like. And I like the seating position as well. It seems pretty nice. You have the height adjustment too. So you can be much taller than me. I have probably 5 or 6 inches of headroom above my head right now. And so that's another thing that I've seen. A lot of people have gone to the Colorado because you can be over 6 feet tall and still fit in this driver's seat and have some people in the back. So I think that is a plus to see as well. But that's going to wrap it up for the 2024 Chevrolet Colorado Trail Boss. Once again, huge shout out to Randy Marion Chevrolet for providing this truck for me today. Check out their website. That link is down in the description. And give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And consider smashing that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our daily uploads. And I will see you all in the next video.